There are multiple ways to get around in the wizarding world, so I'm expecting to see that play out in Hogwarts Legacy. We've already seen floo flame, broomsticks, and magical creatures, oh my. But today, I want to talk about our character movement in-game and specifically, can we jump and swim in game, please? Okay, that was more of an emphatic suggestion than a question, but it is a major part of my expectations for Hogwarts Legacy as an open world game. I don't need to jump like Mario or be an Olympic swimmer, but I'm the type of player that likes to go off the path right through any and all rough terrain. One, to get there faster, and two, to discover any treasure or Easter eggs. So what do we know about the buttons and how they work with Hogwarts Legacy so far? We'll just go off the state of play using a PlayStation controller. There are 4 face buttons. When you hold R2, the face buttons cast slotted spells. So we see the square, the cross, the triangle, and the circle. So what do the face buttons do when R2 is not held? We know that Protego triggers when the halo appears on your head and you click on the triangle button, but we also see a dodge roll in combat from various trailers, possibly a heal potion usage from the gameplay showcase, and maybe the Ancient Magic Charge has a dedicated face button, but it could also be the shoulder button instead. And honestly, different games have different movement options for the player character. Breath of the Wild spoiled me with the paraglider and ability to climb literally everything as long as I managed my stamina. I could crouch to sneak, run to move quickly, jump just to jump, and swim in the body of water whenever I wanted. There's even a dodge where Link literally backflips with more acrobatic skill than I'll ever have in my life. Skyrim had similar character movement, and I loved crossing all of the terrain except I couldn't climb. And you know I still try to see where I can push the boundaries of what I can reach, even if it's wildly inefficient, like trying to go upstream. Pokemon Legends Arceus had the crouch, sprint, dodge roll movement, but also some pretty cool mounts, which makes total sense. I mean, they're Pokemon after all. I loved how each mount had a dedicated purpose. You could climb all the things, hunt for treasure, go super fast, dive into the water, and I don't have the flying mount yet in this game, but you can do that too. The only thing is, I can't jump in Pokemon Legends Arceus, and believe me, I've tried. Even though I know that I cannot jump, I will still hit that button thinking that I will jump. It's not that I needed to jump, I could get around just fine with what I had, it's just I love jumping in games. I don't know if it was because of Mario, and it's his fault for teaching me how to perfect the triple jump or wall jumps and all the kinds of jumps that I could, but there's something about spamming the jump button that I just love in games. Just because. Back to Hogwarts Legacy, can our character jump? Now, as much as our community manager loves to tease us, I've got to say, I cannot believe we haven't seen the main character jump yet in any of the promo videos we've seen so far for Hogwarts Legacy. You're probably like, come on, Lynette, wouldn't you rather see some combat or some lovely landscape and scenery in the wizarding world around Hogwarts? Sure, but is it strange at all that we haven't seen our character jump yet? Literally, I rewatched the original reveal trailer, we got a couple dodge rolls, and us getting swallowed by the castle. No jumps. In the state of play, Professor Ronan definitely does a cute little jump. I mean, it's not really a full jump, and it's also a cutscene. I guess we also get jump scared by a Grapphorn, but that's not an actual jump either. We have some dodge rolls again in combat, including a couple where we do this cool Misty Step-esque super roll. The closest thing I could find to a jump in this was when we got on our broomstick, and I'm pretty sure that's just part of the broom mount animation. You're telling me this cauldron in the room of requirement gets to hop, but we don't? Go look through all of them. The gameplay showcase, all of the other reveal trailers, there is no jumping. I mean, our fancy dual maneuvering is really cool, don't get me wrong, but I still don't have evidence that we can actually jump in this game. Until the behind the scenes video for making the music of Hogwarts Legacy. It looks like we're just mounting our broomstick again, right? Well, let's go frame at a time and you can tell me what you think. I truly want this to be a jump, even if that means I'm at risk for some serious fall damage. Oh no! In Breath of the Wild, I would jump off the highest heights to use my paraglider, and it was the best. Perhaps once we acquire our broom, that'll be the case. Anytime we jump off high areas, we'll just fly off into the horizon. But in that case, we might not even need to jump, and it would just automatically switch to broom flight, and we would never fall. See what I mean? I have no evidence that there is jumping in this game. All right, let's move away from the jumping issue and move on to one of the most frequently asked questions I've gotten about this game. Can we swim? Again, we haven't seen any evidence of swimming in Hogwarts Legacy. There are lots and lots and lots of water spots. Like, can you be an open world game with this much water if you can't dive in? Yeah, there might be a giant squid waiting for you in the lake, but surely it'll be fine. Okay, let's say that you can't actually swim yourself, but how epic would it be for us to have a water-based mount that we could ride? The wizarding world is full of magical creatures. We already know of the hippogriff as a flying mount, along with a thestral mount if you got the deluxe or collector's editions of the game. We see dragons in the trailer, so I can only hope that at some point we can ride one as well. And most recently, we saw footage of the main character ride a graphorn by pulling out the special suitcase of magical creatures. Apparently we can trample enemies with it. Like, what if you could sail on a Kelpie in the water? Wouldn't that be amazing? The more I think about this, the more I call back to how we could transition easily in and out of our different types of mounts in Pokemon Legends Arceus to navigate the area. All I'm saying is that if we can't go underwater and swim, can we at the very least have a water mount that we can ride on the surface? But let's be real, we need swimming so I can dive to the bottom of the lake and find treasure. What do y'all think about jumping and swimming in Hogwarts Legacy? Will we be able to do it? And if not, is that a deal breaker for you? I personally want to explore everything I can in this game, so on my list are jumping, swimming, and climbing, but I've been convinced to settle if I can't climb everything, especially because we'll have broom flight. And if you haven't already checked out my latest video breaking down the majestic music video for Hogwarts Legacy, find the link on the screen or in the description down below. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, Juan's ready.